Yeah, okay, sorry for the radio silence. Like, I'm just trying to get everything set up for now. Right, so I'm just gonna set up chat in, like, another sort of device I have. Yep, I've got that down. Yeah. It's the first time streaming on YouTube, still trying to get, like, used to everything. I did it on Picardo first, and it didn't exactly work well for me, like, at first anyway, so, yeah, this is the first time I've tried it, but, yeah. But whatever, I'm just gonna do this. Oh, crap. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, so I'm definitely on here. I'm paying attention to the chat window as we speak, so if you want to introduce yourselves, just go ahead. Is it saying it's off? No, it's definitely online. And video output low. Okay. Okay, that's news to me. Whatever, let's get on with this. Yeah, now it's doing it. Okay. But yeah, I guess I should probably say why I'm doing this actually. Well, I didn't really have any reason to do it. I just pretty much said fuck it and just decided to try and do this on a whim. Yeah, there is. I do feel like this is kind of a special occasion, in a way anyway. I'll be moving actually. I'm going to be moving tomorrow in the morning, so spent most of today, just getting all my shit organised. So that meant basically cleaning up the rest of the annex and yeah, clearing out a lot of stuff in my room. I just had so many bin bags just lying around that I sort of had to get out of here, and yeah, and also sort out the mess like everywhere. It's usually a bit of organised chaos. Yeah, now pretty much everything's done. Like, all I have to do is wait until tomorrow to actually get a lift to the other place. It's not far from here, it's only like 15 minutes, I think. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff, so I hope I can get that done in one trip, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, hello, phone finger painting. That is a very specific username, by the way. I like that. But this is technically the third one I've done, but also kind of the first in that I actually feel like I know what the hell I'm doing, and, you know, actually feel like I can pull off a long stream with this. Long being 1 or 2 hours long. Like, I've got to go to sleep at some point, like, just so I can, you know, recharge until I have to make some last minute preparations to move out, really. But yeah, I do recognise you from Discord. Like, if only by, like, the fun. What is it? Yeah, that bear. Like, I think I do anyway. Yeah, I hope that answered your question somewhat. Like, I don't really like listening back to what I'm doing, so, like, I hope this, like, is working. Like, if it's too quiet, then I guess I can just move the microphone, like, closer. If it's too loud, I can just move it further away, but yeah. Yo! Yo, it's nice to see you here. Yeah, I think I heard you were planning to stream as well, weren't you, Jerica? Like, when were you thinking of doing it? Oh, nice. I'll try to be there for when it happens. Yeah, impossible. We're here, we're queer, get used to it. Nice to see you here as well. I should probably be zooming in. Like, one thing I want to do with this is try to get some line variation in there. Like, weak point some people have raised is that lines don't tend to have a lot of weight to them. Like, or at least not enough, like, you know, like, interesting stuff going on. So I definitely want to do that. Isn't that right? Yeah. No, but it's something far worse than Brexit. I'm just kidding. I kind of have been pushing that at the back of my mind. But I guess this could be like a party before the country inevitably burns to the ground during Brexit. If that happens, I hope it... I mean, I can't say I hope it does, but let's not get too much into that. I'm just fucking rambling at this point. And my tea has gone lukewarm. That's very nice. Oh, yeah, I forgot that was on. I should probably turn it off. Hey, have you heard a weird squirting noise? It's not me, I promise. And I don't even want to think about how I would cope such a sound anyway, but that's just the air freshener. Yeah, I also hope this format is working for you guys. I hope the references don't take up too much of the window. Did you do the I mean, yes, I think this is, an object file. It's mostly got the textures right, except the eyes. It did come included with the eyes, but for some reason textures are really wonky whenever you open them. Well, not really using Blender, I'm just using either 3D Viewer or FBX Review. So it doesn't... I don't know. Like, textures go really, funky there, especially the eye textures. Okay, something else I also want to point out. Just to add to, the weird-ass designs. Weird-ass... Oh, what's going on here? I'm making this sound way more exciting than it actually is. But holy shit. Oh my god. That is fucking disturbing. I never knew the tongue was in there. I thought it was just the... Yeah, I never knew that, but holy shit, that is something I want to unsee. And the eyes did actually come in, it's just, for some reason it's on the wrong, I don't even know what the word for it is, on the wrong sort of, yeah, let's not get too much into that. I never want to see that again. Yeah, something I was gonna say. Okay, so Lucario has a really rat design. I know I might have said this before, but look at it. It's just a long snoot. It's a snoot. But something else I also wanted to point out was the disproportionately small neck compared to the rest of its head. Like, holy shit. I mean, I know it's supposed to be more cartoony and all that, but it still looks like it would snap off at any moment. Yeah, I hope it don't sound too loud for you guys. Like, I don't know if this is the right distance for the mic, but yeah. I mean, it's night, so I should probably pipe the fuck down anyway. Yeah, cool. Yeah, at the moment, not sure if I want to do, like, the fur yet. Like, another thing I heard is that, like, my fur tint, like, during the work in progress, like, with the original sketch, like, the fur kind of looked off. Like, it didn't clump the way, like, fur actually would. Like, it's, like, too, like, exaggeratedly messy. Is exaggeratedly a word? I don't know, but yeah, too messy with not enough, like, variation, like, in the lines and the sort of, like, puffiness of the fur. Like, one thing I wanted to get across with her, because she is sort of comes from a wild background, is that she has been through some, like, sort of stuff. Like, she would have a bit more of an unkempt, like, coat, I guess. But yeah, I think most of that will come once I've laid the groundwork for, like, the lines, like, and then, like, work on that, like, afterwards. I got a sketch project, but I want to play games. Like, don't we all? Or do both. Like, you could grow an extra set of arms and do both at the same time. What else I was gonna say is that, like, I hope this is also, like, an okay setup, since I don't really have a second, like, monitor just for references. Like, pure ref helps a lot, like, as you can imagine, but for streaming, like, it would be ideal to have most of the, you know, drawing on, like, the whole screen. Yeah, just seeing if I can. Yeah, there we go. It's the furthest I can do with this one, but oh well. A mutation solution. Yeah, just dip yourself in a vat of radioactive stuff and just watch it grow, I guess. But actually, I'm gonna be right back. I need to get some water. I didn't think about how fast this tea was gonna, go cold. So I'll just run off downstairs. I gotta do it for my 12 subs. I'm trying not to say do it for the Vine, because that's such an outdated, that's such a 2015 thing to say, but do it for my 12 subs. Yeah, I hate myself now. But yeah, I'm just gonna get some water. Don't let the thing get you. I mean, hey, 12 subs is nothing to sneeze at all. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Like just going up the stairs, going down the stairs and going back up. I don't know. Oh my, I'm getting quite tired actually. I just had a big dinner, so yeah, sort of. I said I wasn't gonna try and fall into a food coma. And I'm not doing it for the sake of this stream. Yeah. Oh, have I offered a large enough? Might as well zoom out to see, to let you guys see what the hell I'm working on. I mean, this does actually have some context, but anyway, it's a scene between young Curio, which is the young protagonist of the project I'm working on the right, this Viola here, and a mum who's reading to her. Because that's kind of I mean, they have a few bonding scenes where they read like a mum reads to her family, and it sort of adds some world building. Like it's also adds like to the themes of that particular arc. Like we're just sort of Oh god, I have to think long and hard about this, but anyway, it adds to something anyway. I promise. Yeah, at the moment I'm just focusing on her mum, or the Lucario, of course. Right. Because, yeah. What? What? Well, what exactly are you implying? I think I do know, but I also don't really want to know. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Oh no. Wait. Yeah, that's wrong. Like the left side is looking way bigger than like the right side. That is definitely not right. I don't know. Like either I should. Yeah, I think that looks alright. Hopefully. I mean, afterwards I might ask, like, to see if I've got that, like, bookish feel. Yeah, but, yeah. I mean, I'll ask how this, like, picture is coming along once I finish the lines and all that. Anyway, just see if there's anything, like, glaring I should change. I mean, I usually do that. Like, I don't trust myself enough to, like, not think, oh, I've made this mistake somewhere, so, yeah. Yeah, I think that's looking okay-ish so far. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's something I could say. Yeah, like the protagonist, she's sort of recalling what happened in like first person. Like she's also recalling like some of the stories her mum told her, which sort of foreshadows like her and like her dad's like sort of story without really going into too much detail at the very beginning, but it's still sort of told in this poem like format. So yeah, I wanted to emulate that sort of feel, but it's not really based on a particular scene. Like just feel like this sort of like interactions they'd have, even like if I'm not exactly focusing, like even if I haven't done a scene with those two together, like it just feels like something they would do like anyway. Sound like I'm trying to sound like some scholar when all I'm doing in the end is talking about crappy talking about fan fiction. I guess the lines for the text should be a bit smaller, and because they're looking like the same sort of, it looked like they have the same sort of weight as the book. It's definitely not right. I mean, I might draw over this again, well, parts of it anyway, once I'm done. So yeah, thinner lines, here we go. Yes. Unsurprisingly enough, talking makes me thirsty. Oh god. Yeah, since I've removed some of the lines for the book, I'm going to have to fix some of the lines for... what's her face? And for some reason, chat is... I don't know why. I think it's because I'm viewing it through the iPad, which means some responses come in later. But, yeah, come to think of it, I haven't seen, like, your gallery as a whole call. Like... What is wrong with kissing a survivor? Would you really want to kiss someone who can, you know, like, shoot, like, fucking toxins into your mouth? Like, it's a bit of a gamble, I think. Oh god, how is the video appearing here? What is wrong with kissing? I mean, I think if you try anyway, you're just gonna get your fucking jugulars ripped out. So, if you want to do that... Oh! Snap. I mean, if you want to do that, all the more power to you, but do it at your own risk. And besides, I'm pretty sure kissing a survivor is a felony in at least 50 states. Baba dunce. Right, do you really want to invoke a name? Like, I bet if you like type in Baban's name 3 times, she'll appear like in this very stream. It depends. That is something he'd totally say. Hey, wasn't Sargon of Akkad isn't Sargon of Akkad into Vor as well? Apparently. Yeah, I would not put it past him. I wouldn't even capture you. If we're going for the... We're swinging... yeah, we're swinging for the cheap seats here. Right, during a wholesome scene, and we're talking about some ass on YouTube. He said some things on Twitter that don't deserve mentioning here. Romanian manservant. Yeah, I guess, speaking of Sargon, I didn't really care to, see him in person. I just didn't think he deserved, just rather not feed him that attention. But, our Uni News, outlet actually, interviewed him. The interview itself seemed, quite impartial, which is nice. I mean, he got, you got fish thrown at him, in the middle of it. They managed to capture it on camera. And they had that picture, as, the lead, image in their article they posted later. I mean, that kind of made me wish, I was there, to see it unfold, but, yeah. Yeah, rule number 1 of streams. We do not talk about politics in here. Well, we can do. Some rules can be broken. Wait, he actually said that? Wait, why am I surprised? Wait, why would I be surprised anyway? I don't know. Yeah, I think I should shorten the paw a bit. I don't know why it looks like that. well, he said that. Okay then. I stand corrected. Yeah, I'm not sure if I remember that live one. Was it the, I'm trying to think of what it was. Yeah, but it wouldn't surprise me anyway. Like, I've heard he's not... Well, I've seen, like, enough evidence, like, to know that he can't really hold his own in a debate. Ugh. I'm getting tighter and tighter. And, yeah, it'll probably take a while before this gets to the colouring phase, but... Like, either might do just a generic daytime scene, like, or a sort of nighttime scene where I can sort of get away, like, with the fact that this basically has no background and just have, like, ambient lighting. Like, because, like, I can have, a campfire in the middle, like, between, like, the two. Like, I think it would just get that cozy, like, feeling, like, across, which I think would be great. Yeah, like, I think I might add that, like, in last minute. Like, once I do the rest of the line art. But yeah, like, it would be nice to try something different other than the usual, like, really saturated, like, colouring I tend to do. I mean, I think I went for, like, a similar sort of scene a while ago. But, oh shit, hold on. No, it hasn't started raining yet. Yeah, good. I was just checking because I hung out some stuff to dry, like on the clothesline like a while ago, and yeah, I haven't brought that in yet. I probably should. Oh yeah, that thing. Well, I did get them to write up a contract beforehand, so like it was all in writing. Yeah, I talked to them about it, and like they've said they've never had to enforce it, and it's just there as a precaution. Like I talked about it with quite a few people, like including my current landlord. Like I went like back and forth with her to check if it all seemed legit, and yeah, the response I got was pretty reasonable. Like I think they don't strike. Well, I haven't. Yeah, like they've been renting out stuff for like 30 like years on and off. Yeah, and when I asked them, they said they never really had to enforce it. So yeah, I think it just is there as a fail-safe in case like something, really like goes out of control. Like, which I'm sure won't happen. But I mean, if worst comes to worst, that it doesn't I mean, for whatever reason, there would still be a month afterwards to try and find another place. But I have sort of accepted that and know that, like, they aren't just going to unreasonably just call it off like that. Like I said, I've got it in writing, like, anyway, so they agreed to the 6-month lease thing. I mean, at the very least, anyway. Yeah, I think they would only have to do it in really, like, exceptional circumstances. And from what I learned about my current landlord, since this is a live-in landlord, they have more presence, than you would have with a live-out, sort of landlord. Plus, one of their tenants is a daughter, their daughter anyway. So, yeah, so sick of landlords. Very funny. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Like, I've heard a lot of horror stories, like, about landlords. I mean, of course, I went through a really crappy experience. Like, my other housemates went through crappier experiences. But yeah, like, if you have, like, nobody telling you, like what to do on your own property, then yeah. But yeah, I don't think I'd be able to buy a house, like, anytime soon. Like, at least not in the near future. I mean, yeah, you can get a mortgage, but yeah, at the moment I don't think I'd be able to finance myself with that. Like, a house share would just work out fine for me. Yeah, as I was saying, like with it, live-in landlords, like, tenants tend to have, like, less rights, I guess, even if it's not in writing. Like, in theory, if someone, like, really screws up for whatever reason, like, yeah, in theory, the landlord could chuck you out within 3 days' notice. Like, if it's... I mean, with live-out landlords, they would have to give you longer. But with live-in landlords, since it's your own house, you can, like, pretty much say, yeah, on your bike, yeah. Yeah, my current landlord actually told me this, like, really fucking scary, like, story, actually. Yeah, they were talking about one of the previous tenants they had. They had a criminal record, like, of drug possession, and they said they, like, came off clean since then. So apparently this tenant had been with them for a few years, and one day the police came in, like, barged in, and found, like, a stash of heroin in the boiler, like, in the upstairs hall. So yeah. Yeah, I had money sleeping, so... Yeah, like, bow to you, man. Like, I do have... I mean, in theory, I could, like, shell out for a mortgage right now, but I'd have no way to, like, keep paying it off once the savings run out. So, yeah. I mean, if you have it, then, yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, but, yeah, this... yeah, obviously having, like, the police come in, like, to bust a tenant for drugs wasn't a good look for the family at all. Like, especially since, you know, they have kids. Like, the poor landlord was dealing with all of this, like, while she was, like, settling in a new job. Like, she was basically told that, like, yeah, in theory she could kick out, like, the tenant within 3 days. Yeah, classic heroin boiler. Yeah, but she, like, decided, but they had a talk, and she decided to try and keep him around for a few weeks before, you know, kicking him out. But yeah, after that, she, well, I don't recall the full story, actually, but she also had police, like, trying to get her in, like, I think to scan for fingerprints. Like, obviously, this was kind of a, yeah, the interests are constant. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, and it's not exactly stable either. Like, yeah, the landlord had to be called in to, you know, scan for fingerprints in case she picked up some of the, like, drug dosage. Like, she said she either had to come in or they basically had to arrest her to do it, so she willingly came in, like, and did that. Like, of course they didn't find anything on her, but she had to be classed as a, like, you know, witness. Like, and she actually had to go to a court hearing. like to see like her own tenant's like trial on it. So yeah, fucking scary situation. Like, in general, like I was quite surprised hearing that. Yeah. I am supposed to be, again, I am supposed to be drawing something cute and wholesome, and I'm talking about how a tenant got busted for heroin. Never speak to police. Yeah, I mean, another thing I guess I should mention, like, I can't say I've had, like, experience like that before where I've ever had to talk, you know, to a police, like, man, or whatever. But, yeah, the police here are really understaffed. Like, since it's, like, a relatively small town where, I guess, not much happens. Like, I think the grand total of officers, like, in the Falmouth area, like, it extends to Falmouth, Penryn, and Truro, I believe, is 6. Yeah, 6 officers. Used to have 7, but, like, September last year, like, I think another, like, officer, like, sort of quit to, join the university security, like, team, but, yeah. So, yeah, from what I've heard, they're usually quite, usually don't really give that much of a shit. Like, I know my other, roommate from when I was, well, housemate from when I was still in that crappy old place, was, like, the previous tenants had left, like, a pot plant in the garden for whatever reason. Like, it had died out, of course, but this other tenant had nothing to do, well, other housemate had nothing to do with it, so they were just doing poi, like, in the, like, that garden. Like, a policeman came, like, walking around patrolling, I guess. Like, they must have seen it. Like, and, my housemate had this proper oh shit moment. Like, what are they gonna do? And apparently I don't think they cared that much. I mean, I think they just walked off.